can't go against the grain of the universe and not expect to get swept. C.S. Lewis. Going against the grain is an idiomatic expression that means acting or behaving in a manner that is contrary to the customary, typical, or expected in a particular context or society. It implies that going against prevailing norm, convention, or trends. Today on the THETRILLPILL podcast, I'm going in depth about going against the grain. I know a lot about going against the grain. My whole life is about going against the grain. Going against the grain right now as motherfuckers speak. You understand what I'm saying? I'm also, splash in a few of my personal experiences about what going against the grain means for me and what going against the grain does for me personally, especially in today's time. Now, at this point in time, this is the part where you get whatever the fuck you about to get. You sit your ass down, you about to listen to the game I'm about to spit. You understand me? You already know. Without further ado, I'll get right to it. You don't waste no time. No time at all. Right down to it. This is the THETRILLPILL podcast. Monumental to be monumental. Show started.
Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Especially them niggas been riding with you, hollering body ready with that chopper. When it fucked up, it get fucked up. Cause you searching around for that op, but that trigger finger pulling in your back, acting like they don't really know who shot you. Everybody ain't your friend, man.
Sure, man. For sure. Well, let's get right into it. So, like I was saying before, in the context of being an individual and maintaining mental health, going against the grain can be interpreted as the act of asserting one's unique identity. Wait a minute. Get this music out the background real quick. Going crazy over there. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, like I was saying, in the context of being an individual and maintaining mental health, going against the grain can be interpreted as the act of asserting one's unique identity, beliefs, values, or preferences, despite external pressures to conform. It also involves being true to oneself, even when it might be easier to conform to societal expectations or peer pressure. I deal with that a lot with the content that I create. This is a mental health based platform, and although I'm expanding on to different branches, my base will always be mental health because I feel like that's my contribution to my community. You always have to leave an imprint. When I die, I want them to say, man, this cat right here, he did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? For his legacy. I want my children and my people to be proud of what I created and what I bring to the table. And besides that, my own experiences with mental health and dealing with a lot of problems, a lot of issues, and being able to maintain and being able to function with those problems, those issues, and actually having to take the time out to go and learn about what I was going through, and not only learn about what I was going through, but also learn how to fix what I was going through. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn coping mechanisms. I had to learn a lot. I came a long way, and I'm always say I started from below ground zero, and I always had to fight and scratch to get back to ground zero, and then start from anew. And that's the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never shy away from telling that story because that story is it's my story, and I'm always tell it. It's my testimony. I've been battle tested. I've went through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And the people that surround me been through a lot. My big brother went through a lot, and we always talk about how we went through all this shit, but we still here alive, popping our shit. You understand me? We still maintaining, taking care of these babies, and doing whatever we got to do to put food on the table, clothes on our backs, and enjoy the fruits of our labor. You know what I'm saying? Um, I have about, let me see, four things. Yeah, four notes. If you want to get your notepad out, you can go ahead and do that right now. It's not gonna be a long episode. It might not be like an hour or something, but just walk with me, talk with me. All right. So number one, authenticity. Right. um, here's how it relates to being an individual and maintaining mental health. Right. Going against the grain and mental health. Authenticity is number one. Going against the grain means being authentic, true to oneself. It involves see, it involves embracing one's unique qualities, perspectives, and experiences rather than conforming to societal norms or expectations that may not align with one's true self. This authenticity fosters a sense of congruence between one's inner thoughts, feelings, and outward actions, which is essential for mental well being. I always praise people for being authentic. I always praise people for being original. You have a lot of sheep out here. You have people who follow people just because um, they want to be liked. They want to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of a group. Um, my, my whole life, I've done things the unconventional way. When everybody was wearing Jordans, I was wearing Converse. You know what I'm saying? When everybody was doing this, I was wearing, you know what I'm saying? I was wearing Pumas and being different. You know what I'm saying? When everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like when everybody was trying to listen to rap music, I was listening to funk music. You know what I'm saying? I always listen to funk music and rap music and jazz and uh, hard rock sometimes. But those are the things that make me me. Yeah, I've never been afraid to um, be myself. Um, I I really attribute that to my parents and my surroundings. Um, my 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 family never they never made me feel like I had to be something that I wasn't. You understand what I'm saying? So I always did some shit that some people would say that shit is a bit crazy. Nigga Sneed, I don't understand what you're doing, nigga. I don't know why you would do that. You know what I'm saying? And I be like, don't worry about why I'm doing it. Just know I'm doing it, and I'm the only nigga that's doing it. I want the few that do it because this is different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I've been going against the grain my whole life because I've been being an individual my whole life. I've been having my own thoughts, doing shit on my own wavelength my whole life. And even the times, because we all have times where, especially when we are, um, when we're adolescents, where we go through a time where we want friends. So we might conform to doing some of the things our friends are doing. And I've dealt with the mistakes of that, of, you know what I'm saying, of being a follower. And that's how I also know how to be a great leader. And that's how I became a great leader. You know what I'm saying? Is the fact that um I don't follow, you know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with any materials, anything. It's just, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Who are you? What do you like? Why do you feel like you have to do this to be accepted? Why are you trying to be accepted by people that don't really like fuck with you like that? You know what I'm saying? Um, that's the fastest way to attract leeches or even becoming a leech. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy being the outcast. I enjoy being um the lone wolf. I just enjoy being the person that does things different. And by doing things different, I stand out more. You feel what I'm saying? And I attract the necessary people to my content, to me personally. Whether, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I've been living my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Um, Number two, resilience. Going against the grain often requires courage and resilience to withstand criticism, judgment, and or rejection from others who may not understand or accept one's choices. Um, the individuals who are able to maintain their sense of self despite external pressures demonstrate resilience and inner strength, which are important factors in maintaining good mental health. When you when you plan this life, um, even the things that I'm going through right now, to me, I'm just going through my shit day to day. I handle my shit no matter how hard it is. I always try to make it, to the end of the day, and I always pray about it. You know what I'm saying? But it takes somebody from the outside looking in to say, like, nah, bro, like, you don't realize like what you've been through. Like, nigga, like, my friends talk to me, sometimes they be like, nah, nigga, like, nigga, we seen you doing this and doing that, nigga. You was a whole different, you know what I'm saying, breed of human being. You know what I'm saying? They seen me in action, taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was being a father on a college campus, whether it was trying to learn, trying to maintain, like, I just I had to adapt. I had to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Um, I had no choice. I couldn't see it any other way. I had to be resilient. When my mother passed away 12 years ago, I had to be resilient because I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my brothers and my pops, whole world was like, from us to our pops, our whole worlds was shook because that little lady that stood at 5'4", hailing from Terrell, Texas, shout out to Terrell, Texas, was the glue. And we kind of went our separate ways, not in bad terms, but just in the sense of trying to, like, we had to really find ourselves because a huge part of ourselves was her. So we really had to find ourselves and really become dependent on each other to maintain and make it and grieve together. We we dealt with a lot of hardships and a lot of bullshit that we didn't necessarily know how we were gonna make it on the other end of it. I know I didn't know for sure. Um, and same thing for my big bro. We didn't know, but one thing our mama told us, like, she told me that, my brother, whatever you do, you stick by your brother. And although she didn't have to tell us that I was gone forever, stick by my big bro, Sean. We gonna ride this whatever, through rights or wrong. I'm riding the same for him. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite nigga. I'm his favorite nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the few people where I can trust. It might be the only person I can trust with anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that she taught us was loyalty, finding and like being loyal, um, staying together, being able to solve problems, being able to communicate, being able to, um, like I said, make the impossible possible. You know what I'm saying? She was there for our fuck ups. She was there for our um um for the times where we did great, our triumphs and our fuck ups. And she taught us tough love. And even going on with that, even when I was going through my divorce, my my big brother exhibited that, kind of coaching me through my emotions a little bit because I was torn up. You know what I'm saying? I was torn up. Hear it again, feel like, you know what I'm saying? And then just losing my mother, losing my like a grandmother, and then getting divorced was it all in 10 years. Fucked me up. Fucked me up. You know, it fucked me up. And through that, once you keep going, and once you keep finding ways to maintain and survive those tough emotions, those tough times, you become resilient. Your skin gets thicker. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to handle situations. You learn how to create boundaries for yourself. Um, you also learn how to um, you you learn how to prepare yourself for anything that's about to happen. Put it like that. Um, it's tough sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't all gonna have everything all figured the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? But during the game, can you make the in-game adjustments? I always make, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go to the third point. I always make it. Hmm, I always relate a lot of things to sports, right? In sports, especially in football, you got a game plan, you got a game script. This is the plan for the game. Now, once you get in that game, you might have to scrap that whole script. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have to adjust and make some adjustments to that whole script. And in my opinion, that's what life is about. You can try to prepare the best way you can, but you're always going to have to make adjustments because you don't really know how things are going to hit you until they hit you. And that's just the fucking truth. You know what I'm saying? Number three, empowerment. Going against the grain can empower individuals to challenge oppressive or limiting social norms and create positive change in their lives and communities. By refusing to conform to outdated or harmful beliefs or behaviors, individuals can advocate for their own rights and the rights of others, leading to greater fulfillment and a sense of purpose. Like I said a little bit earlier, right? I decided to make mental health content because I realized what I went through. At the same time, I was like, damn, it gotta be more niggas like me. You know what I'm saying? It gotta be some niggas somewhere right now that's probably gonna have to hear what I have to say. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in South Dallas, it wasn't a big thing to teach you how to handle or even excuse me, how to deal with mental health. We didn't have the resources. So a lot of times, I mean, although we had school counselors and all that, but they didn't never go in depth. We didn't really know the importance of the counselors and what they're here for. And we never went in depth about how to handle our emotions like that, especially me as a black man. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's difficult, especially in a society that doesn't give a fuck about what Um, we think of what we do. Unfortunately, we're forced to create platforms and ways for us to express ourselves and kind of reach out to other brothers. Like, say, bro, you know what I'm saying? I know shit ain't looking bright right now. You feel me? And this shit might look real dark, real grim, but it's gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Let me talk to you about how I how I adapted and what helped me out, and hopefully something that I say will resonate with you and help you out too. That's my whole thing. And I'm in the process, I'm right in the middle of the process of turning what I have as a platform and making it tangible where people can reach me. You know what I'm saying? And I can turn this thing into a nonprofit and go out in these communities and actually put 10 toes on these streets and try my best to help out my community and other niggas just like me, um, learning about mental health and making important decisions and important choices regarding that, because a lot of brothers off in the prison, they off in the pen, they can tell you how not having those coping mechanisms can cost you your life. A lot of brothers in there let 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 10 minutes of a decision where they could have de-escalated, you know, and went home or whatever, and they did something that out of reaction, and they locked up. I know a few personally. You feel what I'm saying? And they'll tell you. Um, and so I'm working on that, but just the empowerment. I just want to be able to tell my story and encourage other men to tell their story, encourage other women to tell their story to strengthen our community when it comes to mental health. And then we can get into all the other fun shit later on. You know what I'm saying? So I try to find ways to connect and reach out to my people. Maybe it's, you know, through music, through art, you know what I'm saying, through our culture, to try to get us to make mental health digestible, you know what I'm saying, without going all into it, because this is still fairly a new thing. It keeps evolving. If you go through the whole history of mental health, it's a deep and it's a dark history. So what's happening now is an evolution where you see young people, when you see us as a community actually talking about mental health and actually getting our mental health together to make sure that we become the best human being possible. So when you do something like this, um, you have to be able to know that you that you're going to encounter some obstacles in your way. You know what I'm saying? You have to know that that's a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's a part of the game. You know. And last but before least, and before I get to the fourth point, is just the fact of purpose. Through pain, I found purpose. Unfortunately, a lot of times that's how you do find, like, that's how you find your purpose, is you find it through pain. You know what I'm saying? Pain is going to either break you down or build you up. You know what I'm saying? And I learned a lot through my pain. The more, like, just, yeah, like, hell yeah, it's gonna hurt, but you have to learn, like, you really gotta you gotta go to a whole different level to understand what the fuck you going through. You know what I'm saying? And how to turn your pain into a purpose. How you turn, you know, how to turn your negative into a positive. You know what I'm saying? And this shit ain't easy by far. It's a lot of pains. Like, it's a lot of what the fuck am I doing? It's a lot of what the fuck. So, like, while you going on this journey, and I get to a little bit later, is on going against the grain, is you're going to go through a big period of time of what the fuck am I doing, right? And I'll get more off into that a little bit later, right? So the fourth and last point, then we're gonna go to a brief intermission, right? Self-awareness and self-acceptance. Going against the grain requires a deep level of self-awareness and self-acceptance. It involves understanding one's values, one's strength, one's weaknesses, and motivations, as well as accepting oneself fully, flaws and all. So this self-awareness and self-acceptance are foundational to good mental health as they contribute to a sense of self-worth and inner peace. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. That kind of folds into what I was saying about the last point. Is you're going to come across some obstacles your way, so you got to make sure that you anchoring yourself down, because you ain't gonna have a whole lot of help, if any help, when you're going against the grain. Mind you, you're going against the key word, against. So you're going against the masses way of thinking, the way of doing. Like you're doing your own thing, you floating your own boat, you riding your own wave, you gonna found your own way. You know what I'm saying? There's a matter of fact, let me find this bar. One of my favorite songs is Crowns for Kings by Benny the Butcher and Black Thought. And one of the bars in here, he said, I sat back a vet and watched beginners winning my belts, burned my bridges, and came back a good swimmer like Phelps. You feel what I'm saying? And all he's saying is, I sat back and watched these new niggas, you know what I'm saying, winning shit that I deserve. I'm way better. You know what I'm saying? I'm way more talented. I'm way more creative. And a lot of times when you are like that, because that is the fucking truth, you have to check yourself. You have to realize, okay, well, let me anchor myself down. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know how dope I am off in this motherfucker. You feel me? I already know how I get down. I already know what this means and what this is going to mean for me in my future. I already know how, I already know. So let me not doubt myself. Let me just go out here and keep grinding and keep working, because I already know, like Nip said, this is a marathon. And speaking of Nip, I'm gonna get to a clip that he read out of a book. And I'm gonna get, you know what? Let me pull that up. Let's go to a commercial real quick. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for rocking that with me. Not going nowhere. Slight commercial. In the meantime, make sure you go and you subscribe to the Trill World Order. Now, for right now, I'm probably gonna do about at least 5 to 10 of those episodes on this channel. I already done a few of them, put them in their own slot. But make sure you pay attention to that's something totally different. Make sure you go pay attention to those. It's gonna be some strange stories, things you probably ain't never heard, things that probably don't get talked about a whole lot, some taboo things, some conspiracy shit. You know what I'm saying? Just some strange shit. You know what I'm saying? That is basically the greatest show that you never knew existed. Trill World Order. So make sure you stay tuned on the THETRILLPILL YouTube page for that. You understand me? And I'll go to a slight intermission. You feel me? Slight intermission. We're gonna bring some music back off in the mix as I get ready to close this out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to some slight music. Let me see where I want to go with this, man. Perfect song for this. We're gonna take a trip. Yeah, we right here. We're gonna take a trip right down to Dallas, Texas. Cut different. Hooker Leroy, Paid Wade, T-Kaz, Seven the Great. Cut different. This is one of my favorite tracks right now. Here's the visual for it. Cause I'm cut different. And you cut different too. And that's why we go against the grain around this bitch. It's a trip here.
Come.
Go off. Nigga gotta learn how to stay down. Thinking shit a game, all I wanna do is play around. This ain't no motherfucking playground. Feeling like beans, get down and lay down. Wrap them up, send them on the Greyhound. Yeah, they on the way down, but you gotta pay now. Having this shit your way now. Nigga made 20K profit off breakdowns. Pulling up, popping out. Ballet me high, hopping out. Hood rock star high, rocking out. 18 missed calls cause you hopping out. Hoes wanna give head like a stocking cap. Now slow your roll cause I know my worth. And I won't turn fake cause I know that hurt. You don't get cool points cause you know my verse. But you get cool points if you throw your purse. I'm in a whole nother bag. Bitch got on and bought her a whole nother ass. Dick with a whole lot of class. Hosted in VIP with a whole lot of cash. The bitch act right, I'm a tipper. I don't really fuck on no stripper. When it was bad, hoes was ducking the niggas. But now they won't fuck on the nigga. Fresh out the lot, thinking convertible top. What will I wear when it's hot? Fresh out the block, trap house fresh out the spot. Good dope, fresh out the pot. I take out 20 just for the club tonight. Then put the rest in the box. These blessings I got came from blessing the block. Flipping, invested in stock. Two different scissors, yeah, we cut different. The hoes we fuck different. You gotta prove it, yeah, my trust different. I can't fuck with you. They saying you real, but it ain't paying the bill. Just keep praying for real. Gotta keep hustling, gotta keep recreating. You can't keep standing still. Go out and get it for real. Show you committed. Show you don't go about the business. Show me you different. You ain't in nobody business. And plus you know I'm the realest. Two different feelings. Yeah, we cut different. The hoes we fuck different. You gotta prove it. Yeah, my trust different. I can't fuck with you.
I beat it up, rap it and go. I put the pack in the bowl. Yeah, I be rapping illegally, trapping to get it and stacking some more. I'm cut different. Don't fuck with niggas, my trust different. You doing your thing, but I'm up different. And other niggas gon' fuck with me. Yeah, cause I cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up. Cut it up.
All niggas all in the cut. Huddled up trying to finish me. All you niggas gon' be out of luck. You fuck niggas ain't kin to me. In the kitchen, we ain't selling rice. But the plug gave in to me. Play with me, you playing with your life. Backseat sliding through the night. Scary niggas shooting at the moon. Walk up on you, all you hear is boom. Put them in the skillet, we gon' burn them. Castro ain't nothing for me to turn up. Swine nigga, I don't eat pork. See who real when you go to court. Tell niggas recent coming up short. Drinking loud, got a nigga horse. 635, what's the X? Skimming street, you better have a weapon. Made a couple bands, that was breakfast. Hold up, bitch, and gave a nigga headache. What do you really want from me? I'm just trying to stack me some cheese. I ain't got no LOVE. I'm just trying to keep it one thing.
I beat it up, rap it and go. I put the pack in the bowl. Yeah, I be rapping illegally, trapping to get it and stacking some more. I'm cut different. Don't fuck with niggas, my trust different. You doing your thing, but I'm up different. And other niggas gon' fuck with me. Yeah, cause I cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up.
But it ain't paying the
Cut it up. Cut it up.
A long way from Dixon Circle, them crack spots. Now I got investment properties, trucking companies, and Google stocks. They thought I see a jail cell early. Why y'all had to go to bed early? We was on blocks with Glocks tucked. Couldn't see that bitch like Big Shirley. Iced the out, cause she worthy. Good brain, yeah, my bitch nerdy. Got more whips than Kentucky Derbys. Keep shooters with me, Aisha Curry. Clean money, but it gets dirty. Miss Jackson said I wouldn't see 30. Top 3 in my city, nigga. When I'm done with it, they retire my jersey. All facts and non-fiction. Make something from nothing. I'm the definition. Blessed with work ethic and ambition. Got more drive than a transmission from the dark days. Man, a transition. This is real game, not an exhibition. Ain't no competition. Plenty ammunition. Nigga play with me. Go see a pole like a politician.
I beat it up, rap it and go. I put the pack in the bowl. Yeah, I be rapping illegally, trapping to get it and stacking some more. I'm cut different. Don't fuck with niggas, my trust different. You doing your thing, but I'm up different. And other niggas gon' fuck with me. Yeah, cause I cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up. Cut it up, cut it up, cut it up.
But it ain't saying the
Cut it
bill.
up. Cut
Gotta
it
keep hustling.
up.
Gotta keep recreating.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. That was cut different, man. Straight out of Dallas, Texas, man. OG, Puka Leroy, Paid Wade, 7 the Great, T Cash. Can't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? Right here, man. I posted this. Excuse me. Over here drinking some motherfucking tea and shit good in the bitch. I posted this some months ago. And it was Nipsey Hussle, long live Nip, reading excerpt from the book Originals. There's a book, let me see. I had it right in my notes too. Go to my goddamn notes. What is this guy's name? Hold up real quick. Bring the music back. Let's change that. Okay, there we go. Let me see. The book is called. Man, put it in my Spotify. Bear with me like smoking. Hold up, man. All right, here we go. The book is called Originals. Once my phone loads the fuck up. The book is called Originals: How Conformists Move the World. Right? How Conformists Move the World by Adam Grant. Nipsey was reading an excerpt out of that about creative destruction and the risky business of going against the grain is one of the chapters in this book. So listen to him as he reads this. We're going to probably listen to it twice. You know what I'm saying?
The risky business of going against the grain. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. On the head. It's radicals, you know what I'm saying? Creative destruction, the risky business of going against the grain. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. On the head. It's radicals, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, one more time.
Creative destruction, the risky business of going against the grain. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. On the head. It's radicals.
Sometimes you might have to be a little radical, man. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to go against the grain to get the progress that's needed. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel a lot of times. I'm currently reading that book too, which I think in the next few weeks I'll be putting out a book list. I might just start a motherfucking THETRILLPILL book club. You understand me? Shout out to all my readers out there, all my audio book readers and real page flippers. You understand me? Shout out to y'all. Knowledge is power. They can't hide shit from us because we cracking them books open. You understand me? Cracking them open. Let me see. Is that all I want to? Yeah. So, in conclusion, all right. Overall, going against the grain is about embracing individuality. I don't know why I slowed that down. Possibly getting tired. Going against the grain is about embracing individuality, authenticity, and personal agency in the face of societal pressures to conform. And by staying true to oneself and asserting one's unique identity, individuals can cultivate resilience, empowerment, and well-being in their lives. I want y'all to take this episode, share it to everybody. Make sure you hit this like button. Make sure you share it out. It's also going to be on Spotify soon. You know what I'm saying? Like as of tonight, it might hit YouTube tomorrow, Friday, or Thursday. You understand me? But you can get it early if you go over to the Spotify. This is what it's about. Some will try to make going against the grain a bad thing. And those who try to make it a bad thing are usually the ones who portray like they're leaders, but these niggas is really followers. Anybody can respect going against the grain of, especially what this society has become, what this society believes in, the direction of this society. You better go against the grain, or else you're gonna end up like the rest of these niggas, lost in the sauce. I refuse to be lost. I refuse to give up. I refuse to quit. And like even the times where I didn't think I was going to still create, I always had that bug in me that was like, nah, you gotta go create. You know what I'm saying? To the point now where the people who believed in me are depending on me to create this content. And I didn't know that until I stopped. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody asked me, so you still doing the podcast? You still doing the content? Like, what you doing with that? And I was like, I don't know. And it was my own partners. They were like, nigga, what you mean you don't know? Nigga, like, you just gonna quit? You know what I'm saying? Give up? Like, and it's like, damn, you show it right. You know what I'm saying? In this game of content creation, or just living as a human being with being a free thinker, being free in thought, fighting to be free. You know what I'm saying? Like actually fighting to be free of everything, like financially free, mentally free, like all across the board. You have to know that you're probably gonna be fighting your whole motherfucking life. Like even when you get to the point where you're supposed to get to, you gotta fight to maintain that shit. So as long as you know that you're gonna be in a fight, you know you're doing something right. You feel what I'm saying? And once you find ones who are willing to be on that front line with you, that's even motherfucking better. You understand me? And that's it. That's all I have. You know what I'm saying? Keep going against the grain. Eventually you're gonna break through. Once you break through, you're gonna holler at me like, damn, Trill Pill, that shit right there that shit hit different. It hits different because going against the grain, it's in, how can I explain it? I'm trying to put it in words. It's a lonely motherfucking feeling when you're going against the grain of what the conventional thought is about who people are, how people do things, what people do, how they do it, what's going on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit in our society is sickening. There's some sick shit going on. So a lot of people are indulging in some sick shit. You know what I'm saying? This world is indulging in some sick shit. You know? So it can get scary out there when you're going against the grain, because a lot of times you're gonna find yourself alone. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna find yourself like the book of Eli around this bitch, and you walking with the knowledge, you're gonna encounter some sick motherfuckers. They're gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna try to put you out your motherfucking misery. They're gonna try to take you out the motherfucking game because this nigga right here doing something different and he think he better than us. That's number one thing that I encountered through creating content, especially mental health content, is people saying to me, "Oh, you think you better because you?" Nah, I ain't never said I was. I've never thought I was better than anybody else. I'm just a kid from South Dallas, Texas, grew up on Pine Street, that went through Martin Luther King Head Start, and from Martin Luther King Head Start went to Joseph James Rhodes Elementary. From Joseph James Rhodes Elementary went to Pearl C Middle School, and from Pearl C went to Lincoln High School. Then from there went to Langston University, and then from there in life. That's who I am. At my core, I'm always the young nigga sitting on my mama's and daddy's porch at 3202 Pine Street, right there on the corner across from People's, staring out into the abyss, toes on the concrete, enjoying my surroundings. I might walk down the Lego, shout out to Lego Park. I might walk down the X-Line, shout out to the foe. You know what I'm saying? And just the adventures of being, the adventures of just being, you know what I'm saying? Being alive in those times and realizing, damn, what's going on. And that's who I am at my core. So I've never stopped learning. I'm never going to stop learning. I'm always going to stay in the student's mentality because the greatest teachers are the greatest students because they never stop learning. So that's one thing I hated in the beginning. People saying, "Oh, you think you better than," you know what I'm saying, than everybody else. Because it's like, I never said that, but since you think that, it's fucking right. Why? Because I'm not going with what y'all doing. Just because all y'all doing it don't mean I gotta do it. I'm doing my own thing. So either you expect me from doing my own thing or you get the fuck on. And with that, a lot of people ain't gonna rock with you. But you can't worry about that. You gotta worry about the ones who do fuck with you. And those are the ones you stick with. Those are the ones you build with. Those are the ones that you care about going forward. You can't worry about who left behind. Hopefully they'll catch up because you're looking forward. You know what I'm saying? What Andre said, spaceships don't come equipped with rear view mirrors. They dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is now ripped. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going forward around this bitch. You can't be worrying about what somebody else is thinking about you or none of that shit, man. You gotta keep going because you run your own race. And like Nip said, nigga, it's a marathon. So your race at your pace. And everybody who fucking with me, I'll meet you at the top. So with that being said, man, this has been a beautiful episode of Trill Pill Podcast. I hope you guys like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And make sure you go over to Spotify and other digital streaming platforms. Make sure you follow the Trill Pill. Make sure you get that 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Google or Spotify or wherever the fuck you see me at. Let me know how you feeling about this episode. And I get back to y'all, man. I love y'all. It's been real. Better yet, it's been true. You gotta know my slogans. Mind your mental to be. Mind your mental. Stay trill and heal. And most of all, stay mentally trill. I'm out this bitch. Long live Coach Dude. 5th quarter attitude. Until we out this hoe. Don't be a leech. Be a leader. And don't be greedy. Feed your people. Trill Pill. I'm out.